See, this is why y'all can't have nice things. Las Vegas, Oakland, whatever you want to call them. This is why y'all can't have nice things. Y'all were one drive away from keeping your playoff hopes alive, and you blew it. Very Raiders like. Against a 3-9 ball club with a bunch of injuries and a quarterback that was in town for 2 days. A guy who's been basically kicked off two teams in the last calendar year, and y'all let that man beat you. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Baker. I love his fight. Um, I love his heart. I don't think he's all that great. I think he needs a lot around him to win. We've seen it before. We've seen what he did in Cleveland. He has some talent, but you can't let that guy beat you in a game you must win. A game you pretty much, for the most part, you dominated. A game that you needed for your playoff hopes, which are now done. There's no more playoffs for you now. That's done with. Um, and just a game where it just seems like when there's always something with y'all. If you watch Raiders games before, there's always something that cost them a game. This was another example of it. There was two penalties on this drive after they punted the ball, and they pinned the Rams inside, I think, the 2 yard line, and you let them drive 98 yards in what was like a minute, all because of two stupid penalties, self-inflicted wounds, which is why your team is now 5-8. I just saw a stat that popped up. That was their fourth game this year where they led by 13 plus points and lost. And at the bottom of it, it said tied for an NFL record. Now, I believe they'll break that record sometime this year. They'll mess around, get a big lead, and fall apart again, and it's going to happen. They'll break that league record. It's not a record you want to break. It's not even a record you want to tie, but it happened. So, yeah, Oakland, Vegas Raiders. Uh, isn't there something they used to say? Al Davis used to say, "Just win, baby." Um, yeah, that should be a shame of yourselves because y'all not doing that right now. It's a damn shame. I feel bad for Derek Carr, man. He needs to get out of there. Um, I think he should come to Washington next year. I think if they don't plan on keeping Wentz, I don't think they'll keep Wentz. They'll get rid of Wentz this year because not only did he hurt, but I just I don't know. I feel like you can't have you got to have to give a guy at least 2 years to get acclimated with a system. But I just don't think he's this is a lot of money they don't want to waste on him. They'd rather I'd pay Heineke for real. Keep Heineke, and then if you really want to keep him as a backup, bring Derek Carr. Derek Carr, you come to Washington next year, you can start. Um, say what you will about the organization as a whole, the team has actually got a lot of talent. Once Chase Young gets his act together and he gets off the sideline, uh, judging from this year, if they can continue this year, I know the season's not over, but you know, if they can continue the success and keep building the offseason, draft properly, and build the talent and you know um, mold this talent, I think they'll be all right. They'll be something. So yeah, this is a I'm calling it now. I'm calling it right now. Derek Carr, uh, in September of 2023, Derek Carr will be a Washington Commanders. He'll be a Washington Commander come 2023. You can book it.